So our team this year is, every year the team is different from years past. There's new chemistry and a new group of girls that get along really well, or some years don't get along very well. But this year it was fantastic that everybody played their role, and everybody seemed to me having a good time. And I think that's a really important part of why we play a sport in school.
The 2018 field hockey team plays with passion every single day they come out on the field. Whether it's a practice day or a game day, you guys always give 100%, and we thank you for that.
Carly did an amazing job this year and throughout her career with us. She was a person that I knew had a lot of field hockey knowledge and experience, and was just a very smart person and able to be a great student of the game. What she does is something that comes with a lot of practice and a lot of good knowledge on how to learn the game, and she has done that with ease throughout her past 4 years. So she definitely has some big shoes that we'll need to fill next year. I remember when Marissa first came into our program, I knew she knew how to play defense. I knew that was her expertise. And I knew she also had a lot of field hockey experience, so I knew she knew how to handle the ball. And she played in several different positions before she became our steady right wing. But once she got there, we knew that this was the place for her. We knew that she could be smart with the ball and she could score goals. And of course, she always did a good job leading the team as one of our captains, and having a loud, commanding personality helped her on the field. Definitely somebody who always would be communicating to her teammates and willing to step up onto the ball hard and take it in and give us a shot at goal. I remember when Mara was first coming into the program, and my first impression was that this girl knows what to do with her stick. And I knew I needed some sort of threat and good stick work on our offensive line that year. And I knew she had played midfield in middle school, but I definitely needed someone to score goals for us on the front line. Had amazing years, just got better and better every year. And until it took us a while to find the best position for her, but once we did, she really secured it and really did the best that she could. Megan has done an amazing job in our program. She's a fantastic person. I loved having her always understand what I was talking about and always understand all of the drills, and she always knew what to do and when to do it. And that has definitely shown as she has gotten older. She does a great job in field hockey, and I'm so happy she decided to stay on with us this year, even though she has been going through some tough chronic injuries. I know what that can be like, and I know how challenging that is, but I'm so happy she decided to stay on with us and stay committed through her senior year till the end of the program for her, because she was definitely an asset to have on the team. She helped us a lot when I was in a drill and I needed one steady passer. I always knew that Megan could help us out, or I always needed someone to just give the goalies an extra shot. Megan really helped us in these aspects, and I'm so happy that she was able to continue through with the program. Katie is an amazing goalie, and she's a fantastic person all around. I loved the fact that she was always ready to step up in a drill, and she always asked for more things that would get her better. She always asked what she could work on, and I appreciated that as a coach, because I feel that all of us, including myself, can always get better at what we do. So I love that she did that. She is always ready to go Sometimes I'll come to the goalies, I'll say, ready to go? Are we feeling confident? And she's the first one to jump up and say that she's pumped and she's ready for the game or the day or the practice. It didn't matter. She always gave it her all, and I'll definitely miss training with Katie next year. Emily is just a fantastic person all around. I have to remember about the times that, I think it was back to her freshman year, we spent all 3 seasons together. Field hockey in the fall, then swimming in the winter, and lacrosse in the spring. So her and I developed a pretty good bond that year. I met her over the summer. She came to one of our practices, and she's just coming in from the field from a run with the cross country team randomly. She is fantastic. Since her freshman year, she started on the varsity field, and she has filled a role that she just does naturally and with ease, and she can just put her head down and go and do what she needs to do with the stick and the ball.
To our graduating seniors, thank you for 4 great years. You have brought a lot of accomplishment to this program through your leadership, your hard work, your dedication, and on a daily basis and throughout the 4 years here. You will definitely be missed, and there are big shoes that need to be filled for the upcoming seasons. Thank you for everything that you have done, and I know you guys will be successful in the years to come. Good luck.
Just being at the field and thinking, wow, this is awesome. We are doing such a great job against this team, and so many other years, Delran being such a big rival, it's always been such a challenging game. But I was so happy and proud of our girls this year to be able to step up and play the way they know how to play and be able to dominate the Delran team. I remember seeing the Delran team making some changes to their roster as far as positions went and trying to adjust to that. And our team did an amazing job adjusting to anything that they tried to throw at us. I think we did an awesome job challenging the Delran's goal that day. I remember their goalie was very athletic and she was coming up with a lot of saves. And I remember telling the team that while the goalie was coming up with a lot of saves, she was giving a lot of opportunities for us to get the rebounds and put that in goal. So I was very happy that we were able to succeed in doing that a few times and be able to score more goals.
You're holding I like the whole thing. I know. Because we have this trust. We have this bond right here. All right, yep. Score win on 3. Pick it up. You gotta be, what was that, 11? 11? 11, 14. No, 14. 14. Whatever, I'll straighten it.
Biggest thing about that game, and the best thing, was that we were down 3-0 at halftime, and I didn't really feel like we were that down. We were really keeping up with this team. We were being even with them. They weren't really dominating in any way except for the score, which obviously is the most important part. But after halftime, we brought it together and we were able to, one by one, get more goals on the scoreboard. And one by one, we got it back up to a tied game with less than a minute left. You remember the last corner where we scored the last goal to make it tied with less than a minute left. And as the girls are coming off the field and we're preparing for overtime, I just remember not believing what was happening, that we actually brought it back, and we did an amazing job. It brought chills to my body. I remember feeling that I was like weak in the legs, weak in the knees. I really was into it, and was super excited that we were able to bring it back and bring it into overtime, because it seemed like we were being dominated the whole game until the second half, when we were able to notch back some more goals on the scoreboard.
It is very rare in a field hockey season to play 2 games in overtime, and both games end on penalty strokes. This season, it was kind of really amazing because it was actually back-to-back games. We went down to Cedar Creek, we took that game into overtime, and we won on a penalty stroke. And then we turned around that next week and we played Burlington Township, and we took that game into overtime, coming back from a 3-goal deficit, which was absolutely amazing to see the girls do. But then unfortunately things didn't go our way in that overtime, and we lost in a penalty stroke. But it's very rare to see that happen in a field hockey game, let alone back-to-back. Our game against Morristown, unfortunately, the score did not reflect our play during that game. I think a lot of the girls went into that game maybe a little skeptical of how the game was going to turn out. But once we were out on the field and we finally settled down, we had a great showing during that game. Even though the score doesn't reflect it, and Morristown went on to be a state championship at a Group 3 school, but just to stay with them and hang with them and be competitive with them shows how far we've come in our program, because before we wouldn't even put them on our schedule because we knew we couldn't compete with them.
Always going to Bordentown is a challenge because of the field surface. When we play them at home, we play on grass, which is what we're used to and we build our team around. But when we go play there, we're playing on field turf, and that's what they're used to. So it makes the game a lot faster, and for teams that are not prepared to go from grass to turf, Bordentown can really be threatening. However, we did a really good job adjusting to the turf field. A lot of our players are starting to play more on club teams, which typically play on turf or an indoor surface, and our players are starting to really enjoy playing on those kinds of surfaces. So it was really enjoyable to go play. Was very proud of the girls to be able to do as well as they could on that field, and luckily we came out with the 4-0 victory. I do think it was a game that challenged our finishing skills in the offensive goal circle. It's something that we have been working on all season and will continue to work on throughout the years, and hopefully be able to score on the first shot on goal.
Heading into our final division game against Bordentown, we knew was going to be a huge game for us because it was what was going to clinch the division for us so we could be back-to-back champs this year, which we did. Yay!
Beats defeat every time.
All right.
Let's go. Starting lineup from last game, from Wednesday. Okay, let's go. Pirates on 3! Pirates on 3! 1, 2, 3, Pirates! They are there, they know what to do, they're doing a nice job with that. Three.
I remember us just being so on and having a lot of chemistry with each other and stepping up to the ball and taking care of the ball, really, especially when it mattered. I remember scoring the goals, and everybody was so excited with every goal we scored. The very first goal, sticks are going up, everybody's cheering, and that's really part of the excitement of playoffs. And I love to see that, even though it was a game that we were having the ball in front of our offensive zone a lot more than Gloucester was. Everyone got excited for every single goal, which really meant a lot to me, and really showed the amount of pride these girls have in their program and in their team.
Leading into playoff season, we finished our regular season with that game against RV. Unfortunately, it was a 1-0 loss, but it showed a lot about our character and who we were as a team and as a program.
On the 25 and broken circle balls, those things.
Here we go, guys.
Take them quick,
Take
please, because they're setting it up and they're blocking it up nicely. All right, here we go. Score win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Score win! Game is on the line. It's 0-0 right now, and this is for Sear. Yes. Let's go. Make it count. Let's go. Same group as the starting lineup. Let's go. Score win on 3, and I mean it. And do it right away. Score on 3. Let's say score win. 1, 2, 3. Score win.
In my opinion, our final game of the season versus Haddon Township was probably one of our best. You can completely see our girls gel together. They were finding each other on the field, they were communicating, they were hustling back on defense.
But please, slam it, pressure, pressure, pressure. Please be careful of the turf. You can't just push it up and we run onto it. That's why we gotta do these stick-to-stick passes. The 3-touch hockey has gotta be on. Three-touch hockey right here, no more.
Get it done.
Let's go. Get this done today. Right away. Let's try for our first 5 minutes with a goal.
Yes.
Okay, right away. Let's not have to like count down and be like, we only have 8 minutes to score.
Yeah, because it's either work hard for 30 or for like 40 or 50.
Exactly. We're not doing that.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
We are not doing that. It's 30. You're going to score.
First 5.
It's going to be great.
30?
30, that's it. Multiple scores though. Come on, send me to the meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Guys, that defense. Score win on 3. Score win on 3. Don't forget about it.
Okay. Okay.
Score win on 3. 1, 2, 3. So every year we do a fundraiser where all the girls sell mums and fall decor. They sell it to their friends, neighbors, teachers, anyone they know, family members. And everyone looks forward to it every year, and one of the things that the players look forward to is waking up super early, about 5 a.m. to come to school when it's dark out and organize all the mums and deliver them that day. We'll do it on a Saturday every year. It's a great team bonding day where we kind of, you know, just help organize things, count things together, stand in a line and pass them down. And we all kind of watch a sunrise together that day. It is something that brings
everyone together.
Too early.
My favorite part of the mum sale is how it brings the team completely together. Usually the girls have a sleepover the night before. We get up extremely early. They're usually bundled up with their hats and gloves. It's usually freezing out, and it just makes for a great memory for the girls. Luckily this year was actually pretty warm out, so that was a bonus this year, but it's not always like that, girls, so just remember that.